What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. This one is a rematch against Zabs. If you don't remember, we had an epic-ass match one time, so we decided to battle again, and I brought some new Pokemon. I only brought a couple new guys. I got a Tentacruel, Weezing, and the Whimsicott are my new guys, but I also brought, you know, some old homies like Crow and Pinsir and Barbaracle. So, yeah, let's get this going. This actually turned out to be another really good match. You know, every time me and this guy battle, it always turns out to be epic, so... yeah, let's do this. He's going to be leading off with his Lucario as I just throw out my Tentacruel. As, you know, I lead off with Tentacruel because this dude likes to throw out thin spikes and all that stuff. So, yeah, I realize that I don't want this thing to start setting up on me because, you know, Tentacruel can't really touch this thing that well. So I decided to go and do Weezing, and Weezing can pretty much wall the shit out of any Lucario. And I also noticed that this thing didn't Mega Evolve, kind of showing me that the Charizard on his team is actually the designated Mega Motherfucker, if you know what I'm saying. So after taking about no damage from that plus 2 Bullet Punch, I just decided to go for the Will-O-Wisp first turn just to pretty much cripple the hell out of this thing. Now he decides, he's like, well shit, I'm out here burned, I might as well just, you know, start dancing with some more swords. As I actually predicted a switch and went for the Sludge Bomb. I don't know why. I mean, he didn't really have much reason to switch, I guess, because a burned Lucario, I mean, he could at least save the priority for later, but I don't know. But he hits me with another Bullet Punch. You know, Weezing's like, I'm pretty much sick and tired of getting smacked in the face with your stupid bullets, so flamethrower to your face, and, you know, Weezing wins that round. So, you know, that was actually the first confrontation Weezing even had in a Wi-Fi battle, and, you know, he handled it. So, I have more than half health, and Weezing's looking solid. So now he brings out the Charizard, and I'm not sure if this is a Mega Charizard X yet, or a Mega Charizard Y, but nonetheless, you know, I figure every Charizard can enjoy some Jello, so I switch out Jello, and it turns out that he does Mega Evolve into Charizard Y, meaning he gets Drought, and there's, you know, all sorts of sun and stuff. Which is sort of annoying because, you know, at least my Scalds won't do shit anymore, but, you know, all that Jello wants to do is lay out his Toxic Spike, so he's gonna go ahead and take a Flamethrower, and then I get burned, which is quite annoying, which is, you know, whatever, you know, shit happens. As you will see, that kind of, you know, evens out later on this match, but now he realizes that he can't hurt me with his stupid Charizard Y, so he decides to switch out in a Splish Splash, and I was like, oh, these assholes, you fucking Rotom Wash, you dick. These things are literally everywhere, and they're just kind of like, you gotta deal with them. But yeah, I get one layer of Toxic Spikes off, and that's kind of nice, you know. Jello's out here doing his thing, and I just take this opportunity to lay up another layer of spikes. I don't know what this thing wants to do. If he wants to Volt Switch, that's fine. I can see what he wants to switch into, but he actually goes for the Reflect. And I was like, okay, we gotta Reflect freaking Rotom out here. That's kind of cool, I guess. So my main deal with Tentacruel right now is that he's burned as hell, and it's just, you know, I'm at like half health, and I feel like this thing won't, you know, do much later on. So I figure I might as well go for the Scald and try to get the burn, and hey, it happens. I get the burn. I was like, alright, badass. So those screens do become a factor, and, you know, yeah, as kind of expected to be. That's, I guess, the main reason why you would run a dual screen Rotom on your team, but that's pretty awesome. It does not have the light clay, as I noticed, because it does have the leftovers, so that's kind of nice. At least those screens aren't going to be sticking around for a damn fortnight and stuff, so yeah, that's kind of good. This thing, you know, we're out here both taking our burn damage and stuff, and I decide there's not much else I want to do. If this guy wants to switch, I would rather him switch on Tentacruel just so I can see what he wants to go into. So I just went for the Scald just to get a little bit of damage off, and I kind of sacrificed my boy Jello over here. He actually lives the Volt Switch though, so that's kind of nice. At least I can see what he wants to go into, and then switch after my boy Jello dies. But whatever. So he brings out this Trevenant, which gets badly poisoned, and the sunlight also fades. So this is kind of a situation where it's like, all right, I basically have to rely on this thing killing Tentacruel so I can get a free switch into Honchkrow, and then hopefully even with the Reflect up, Honchkrow can kill this thing with a Brave Bird. So Trevenant actually doesn't have to do any work to kill Jello. Jello just kind of felt like going out on his own, so that's kind of cool. I bring out my Pimp Crow, and I go for the Brave Bird with the Life Orb and stuff. I'm like, please kill it, don't be a defensive-ass Trevenant, and it lives with like a little sliver of HP, so that's kind of a bummer. But you know, whatever, shit happens. So it actually eats a berry, and it gets some health back, and I'm like, okay, that's totally fine. You can eat your citrus berry and stuff, as it goes for the Will-O-Wisp just to kind of cripple me. And now Honchkrow basically isn't going to be, you know, that effective in this battle. So yeah, now I actually think he goes for the Protect on this turn, which probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, because if he would have let me take at least a little bit of more Life Orb damage or something, it would have been a little bit helpful, I guess. But yeah, so he protects, and he's actually going to kill himself with his poison damage. So, you know, at least that's a dead-ass Trevenant. You know, we're making some progress here, and I can see what he wants to come into, and I can at least hit it a little hard with a with a burned-ass Honchkrow. So the Reflect wears off there, so that's, you know, that's twice as good. He brings out the Gliscor, and I was like, fuck, forgot about Gliscor. These things are always problems. So I go for the Brave Bird first turn and I actually get a critical hit, and that, you know, it would have done a reasonable amount if I wasn't burned and stuff, but, you know, whatever. He goes for the knockoff, which is going to kill Pimp Crow. And, you know, sad day to be Pimp Crow, but at least I kind of killed that Trevenant and stuff, so, yeah. Now the light screen wears off also, so he's just kind of exposed as hell out here. Which means I can bring out Facepalm and hopefully start setting up. If I know I can take at least an Earthquake from this thing, so I might as well go for the Shell Smash on the first turn, as this guy decides to... He can either Toxic me or he can Earthquake me. Either way, it's going to be a shitty situation to be that Gliscor, because a Razor Shell is going to fuck that thing up. You get my White Herb to get my defenses back. So my defenses are back to normal, and the Earthquake does leave me with 38 HP, which is perfectly fine, because now, you know, Barbaracle is basically at the point where it's like I'm faster than everything, and I have enough attack to kill everything on his team. You may be saying to yourself, Haydunn, you're a freaking dick. You always bring this Shell Smash Barbaracle that just tears shit up. Well, let me tell you right here, this does not happen. He brings out his Charizard, and I just kind of figured I'd go for the Stone Edge and kill it, but Barbaracle forgot to wear his fucking glasses today, and he misses the Stone Edge, which in turn actually messes up the whole battle for me. So Barbaracle is going to go ahead and die to that Solar Beam from this asshole Charizard. And now my 100% Cotton is about to come out, which, you know, isn't very helpful, because I was the most pissed off guy the moment that I missed that freaking Stone Edge. But whatever. He's gonna go for the Solar Beam. You know, it's gonna go ahead and actually Encore him into make him use Solar Beam again. So that was like literally the only thing I could do at this point. It's like, okay, now I got to figure out how to kill a Charizard with like absolutely nothing, so that kind of sucks. He's going to switch out knowing that he's Encored into Solar Beam and stuff, so he's going to switch into his Florges, which is going to get poisoned as hell, and I'm like, yes, suffer. So I predicted the switch. I mean, I went for the Leech Seed. I was actually going to Leech Seed anything, but, you know, this Florges kind of comes in and takes that, so I'm getting some health back. 100% Cotton's looking pretty solid out here. He actually didn't, you know, play that big of a role in this match, but usually, you know, every other battle I've had with this dude, this guy fucking tears shit up, but, yeah, so I don't know what this floor just wants to do to me. I'm just going to go ahead and Giga Drain it. I realize that this thing has beastly ass special defense, so that's not going to do a damn thing. And he's going to hit me with a Moon Blast, and it's like, hey, we're fairy buddies. Moon Blast is kind of cool, and it lowers my special attack by 2 stages, so I mean, that's kind of annoying, but it's not like it really mattered anyways. This thing's going to be, you know, getting his leftovers and then taking poison damage and then Leech Seed, and just kind of the whole deal with Whimsicott. Whimsicott's a pretty chill guy. He's not cool if you're on the opposite side of the field, but he is pretty damn entertaining to play with. I'll give him that. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and switch, realizing I can't really do a damn thing here. I might as well switch into Pinsir, because at least I know that, you know, he can't kill me in one hit, and fucking shiny Pinsir. What? Never a bad idea to switch into Dick Pinch, you know what I'm saying? So he switches, he also double switches into his Charizard, and I was like, well, that's kind of shitty. This is not a good matchup. At least the Sunlight fades. You know, the Sunlight faded a turn before he came in, so it doesn't actually get the sun back up. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and then the only thing, literally the only thing that Pinsir can do against this is hit it with a Quick Attack. So that is what Pinsir is going to do, and it's going to do less than half, and then I'm going to die to a Flamethrower, and Pinsir's like, what the hell, Barbaracle? I wouldn't have had to freaking die to this Charizard if you would have just done your job and hit it with a Stone Edge. And I was an idiot, because I probably should have went for the, I don't know why I even tried to Stone Edge this thing in the first place. I should have just went for the more accurate, fucking water move, but yeah, you know, sometimes Pokemon games happen like this, and you know, whatever. The only thing I can do now really is go into Disco Balls and stuff. You know, at least Disco Balls looks badass. Now he's just gonna switch into freaking Wash Rotom's gonna take a Sludge Bomb, and Wash Rotom's just gonna be over there doing his stupid washing machine thing. And there's basically not much left to see in this match, except for me just kind of struggling over here, Barbaracle-less. Which is a damn bummer, and I'm a crybaby about it, but whatever. I'm just going to go ahead and switch out into Whimsicott here, because I know that this stupid Rotom probably can't really hurt me, but he's just actually going to set up his screens. So I'm like, okay, just making it absolutely impossible for me to make the comeback on this one. Okay, I see how it is, Zabs. I see how it is. So this stupid Wash Rotom's going to be getting some leftovers. I mean, at least it's burned. That's what I like to see. Burned Wash Rotoms. He's going to go ahead and switch. And I believe he goes back into his Charizard, because this Charizard can now tear apart just about everything. He has his Sun Up, and he also has a light screen, so this thing is not going to be taken. I mean, it's not like I would be able to hurt it anyways. Literally, the only thing I could do at this point is Leech Seed it, and then hope that it, like, dies to Leech Seed eventually. I can also Stun Spore it. No, I can actually Stun Spore it, and then hope that it gets paralyzed every single turn, and then dies to Leech Seed. Hey, that'd be pretty awesome. I feel like I deserve that. But he breaks through the first Paralyze and goes ahead and Flamethrowers my cute ass 100% Cotton, and I'm like, what the hell? Come on, man. Your Charizard's acting like a real dick, man. Now I can just go into Disco Balls, and I just go ahead and Sludge Bomb that thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, bitch. And he doesn't get paralyzed again, and he's able to kill Disco Balls. And I was like, you know, well, that was at least a good match. That was actually a really fun match. I had a great time playing that, and it was really, got the heart rate going. So I hope to battle you again, Zabs, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. I'll see you next time with some new Pokemon and some new interesting battles. So see you later, guys.